Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll tell you the story of the lion and the jackal. Long ago, in a lush forest near the Himalayas, there lived a powerful lion named Simhakarna. His golden mane flowed like a river of fire, and his roar echoed for miles. Simhakarna ruled the forest with strength and fairness. No beast dared to challenge him, and even the elephant gave away when he walked past. He hunted only what he needed, protected the weak from predators, and resolved disputes with wisdom. In every corner of the jungle, he was respected not only for his strength, but for his sense of justice. One day, after chasing down a deer, Simhakarna injured his paw on a sharp thorn. Though not deadly, the wound throbbed and left him limping. Hunting became harder. For a few days, he managed with small prey. But hunger began to gnaw at his belly like fire. That's when the jackal arrived. His name was Kharakka, a lean, sly jackal with sharp eyes and a sharper tongue. He had long admired Simhakarna from a distance, and when he heard the lion was injured, he saw a chance to rise. Kharakka approached the lion with a deep bow. "O mighty one, ruler of the forest, I am but a humble jackal, yet my heart longs to serve you. Let me be your voice, your eyes, your advisor. I shall bring food to your den, so you may rest and recover in peace." Simhakarna was hesitant, but hunger had made him weak. So he nodded. "Very well," he growled, "but let no cruelty stain your path." The jackal grinned. "Of course, my lord. I will act in your name." And with that, Kharakka became the lion's steward. At first, the jackal brought back honest kills: hares, birds, the occasional wild goat. He bowed each time, showering the lion with praise. "Your roar is still heard in the trees, O king. Even the wind fears you." But over time, flattery turned into manipulation. Kharakka began harassing smaller animals, stealing food from others, even driving gentle creatures from their homes, all in the lion's name. "If you don't give your meat, the lion will hunt your cubs," he would say. "If you don't obey, he'll tear your feathers from your wings." Many animals feared confronting the lion directly, so they obeyed Kharakka. The forest slowly turned tense and silent. Birds stopped singing, deer stayed hidden, even the monkeys ceased their chatter, and Simhakarna remained unaware. One day, a wise old tortoise named Kambagriva, who had once served as the lion's advisor, came to visit. He saw the gloomy forest, the frightened faces, and knew something was wrong. When he reached Simhakarna's cave, he was shocked. "Why do you look so thin, old friend?" he asked. "You are the pride of the forest." Simhakarna sighed. "This wound keeps me from the hunt. I rely on the jackal now. He brings me food and keeps peace." Kambagriva frowned. "Peace? I only see fear in the eyes of your subjects." He looked around. "Where is this jackal?" Simhakarna growled softly. "Gone out. Gone out to fetch food." The tortoise whispered. "Then come with me quietly. Let us see how he does it." Hiding behind tall grass, the lion and the tortoise followed the jackal that evening. They watched in silence as Kharakka threatened a young mother deer. "Give me your fawn, or the lion will make you suffer," he hissed. The deer wept. "The lion was never cruel." "The lion has changed," snarled the jackal. "He feeds on fear now." Simhakarna's eyes widened. His blood boiled. His name, his honor, was being used to terrorize the forest. He roared. The trees shook. Birds flew from branches. The jackal froze. When he turned and saw the lion, his tail tucked instantly between his legs. "My lord, I was just... Enough!" Simhakarna's voice was thunder. "You have dishonored me. You have made the forest curse my name." Kharakka stammered. I only tried to help you. I brought you food. I praised you. You praised me falsely and feed me with fear," Simhakarna said. Simhakarna returned to his cave, ashamed of his ignorance. To the animals of the forest, he sent a proclamation. "Let the forest know, I, Simakarna, reject false counsel and unjust deeds. The jackal no longer speaks in my name. Let peace and truth return to the land. Kharakka was banished, sent far beyond the forest's edges. Over time, the animals returned to their normal lives. Birds sang again, deer roamed freely. The lion, though still limping, hunted with the help of true friends who respected his fairness. Kambugriva returned to the lion's side, not as a servant, but as a wise friend. So the moral of the story is that beware of flattery that feeds your pride, and those who claim to serve while serving only themselves. False friends speak sweet words, but sow bitter deeds. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And for more stories like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. We'd also love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know what part of the story spoke to you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one with another twist, another tale, and another truth. Bye bye, see you very soon.